Okay, that looks actually pretty good. Okay. Hey folks, my name is Jen, and today we're a little bit messy and a little bit different. So basically, we're in a different background, basically. I don't think you guys have ever seen, like, my whole office room where my books, well, where the main bookshelf is and where I normally film and stuff. That small bookshelf that I filmed in front of a couple of times before, that's right there. So this is another side of the rather messy office, which is actually why we are over here instead of in front of the bookshelves, because I had to, in the interest of beginning crafting for holiday presents, I had to pull all of my crafting things out of the closet, the crafting closet, and everything's kind of a mess. So the main filming area is off limits right now just because, yikes. That actually is the aesthetic for the end of this year, is just yikes. So anyway, I'm going to be filming I think 2 rather casual videos this evening, and this is one of them, while I sit at my desk and multitask, because, I don't know, I probably have enough time to get everything done that I need to get done, but I'm hyping myself up about it and stressing myself out and just freaking myself out about it, so multitasking at the moment makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm doing things. So please bear with me as I give you my attention, but maybe not my full, complete attention. Yeah. Basically, right now I am working on a project. I don't think the person who I'm working on this for watches my videos, so I think it's safe to partially show it. I'm working on a birdhouse. So I'm almost done painting it. I just have a couple of things left to paint, as you can see, and maybe some touch-ups, and then I'm gonna work on little details for it, the extra little touches. So that's what I'll be doing while I talk to you right now. This one, which is the first one, I guess, of 2, I said this one I think is just gonna be partial casual chat about my thoughts for, like, what's going to happen with the last couple of months, not even, oh my god, not even the last couple of months, basically the rest of November and December, what's going to be happening for, like, videos and kind of me wrapping up the end of the year, and that kind of thing. And then I also thought, in the interest of combining a couple of things at the same time, I could also do the end of the year book tag. I know I've done this before. I actually looked it up because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I did it in 2021. So I figured what I can do first is the tag, and then I'll just chat about what the plan is for the rest of 2023. So let me see, the end of the year book tag was, I believe it's an OG tag by Ariel Bissett. Alright, first question really is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? So I have several books that I started this year that I really need to finish. I actually pulled them up. The first of them is The Hidden Oracle, which is book 1 in the Trials of Apollo. I'm reading this currently, but yeah, I need to finish reading this, which I'm fairly certain I can finish this by the end of this month, probably. See, I also started, If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. I also started this in, when did I start this? In the summer or something, and I'm only like halfway through the book. I don't know why I stopped reading it, I just did. I think it got to a kind of rough part and I was like, I was already in like my feelings and stuff, and I was like, I can't do this right now. But I do want to get back to it. I made a list of stuff for next year, books that I want to get to next year, and I already put this on there. Another one that's like, I guess top priority I started this year and didn't finish is On the Bright Side, I'm Now the Girlfriend of a Sixth God, by Louise Renison, and that's because I started a vlog, actually. I started a vlog on trying to reread the Georgia Nicholson series and the experience of it, because I loved the series when I was a teenager, but I only had like the first 7 books. So I bought the last 3, and yeah, I started filming a vlog because I figured that would be fun. And then I could also finish reading it. It would motivate me, and yeah, that didn't work. Something else I started, Raise the Titanic. Another one I really need to get back into is Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. This was one of the books that I really desperately wanted to finish by the end of the year, and just because of how chunky it is and how small the type is in this book, this is not going to happen this year. Especially not when I'm already in the middle of a very chunky book, i.e. rereading Count of Monte Cristo, which is more of a high priority for me right now, because that is for a video that I theoretically would like to put out at the end of December, but will possibly be more like a January video. At this point, that's what I'm guessing it's going to end up being, but I don't want it to be too far into 2024 before I get that video up. I also started Pyramids by Terry Pratchett that I really like to get to, but this is again another one that I don't know, that might end up being a January, February read. There and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I started this in like, I think January or February of this year, and just never got that far into it. I think I did list that on my top priorities for next year as well. The last one, I don't know, I think Nathaniel Hawthorne's short stories. I can't remember if that was one that I started this year or if that was one that I started last year. That was really long-winded, I'm so sorry. Another question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So my usual autumnal book is The Shining by Stephen King, which I already read in October. I would say another autumnal book. So actually, I don't think actually when I read it in school, I think it was in the fall, but it's not a book that I read on my own in the fall, but there's like maple leaves on the cover, so it just feels like a fall book. And it is Northern Borders by Howard Frank Mosher. I love that book so much. It's one of my favorite books ever. That's one that, like I said, I don't think I've really read it in the fall, but I think it's a very good autumnal read. I feel like the most that I grew up in Vermont, and the most that people ever think about Vermont is probably in the fall time with like the fairs and apple picking, leaf peeping, going up to the cider mill to get like donuts and shit, like that kind of thing. I think that's very like what people think of, and most of the time anyway, and that book is set in Vermont in the mostly in the 50s, about a boy growing up in this tiny town with his grandparents, and I think it embodies Vermont very well, and also autumn, even though it follows like a whole bunch of seasons and you get to see each of them. I think overall the feel of the book is very autumnal. And as far as like an end of the year read though, Christmas Carol's always it for me, because I always read that on Christmas and around Christmas. So you'll probably hear me talk about that more, because I usually listen to an audiobook while I'm working on presents, and I always actually read a physical copy, usually like between Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas is when I typically tend to take some time to do that. Another question is there a new release that you're still waiting for? Actually, yes, but I heard, once I checked the date again, I thought it was coming out this year, and it appears that it is not coming out until next year. And that is the next Silverborn, the next Nevermore book. Yeah, it's not going to be coming out until next year, so that was a slight bummer. See, I feel like there were other books that I was excited for. In fact, I know there's a couple of others that came out. Lone Woman, for example, I know I've seen people talking about that and how much they liked it, and that was one that I was like super excited for. And there was there's like a handful of others that I was like super jazzed for, and I didn't end up getting any of them. So I don't know. I've got a couple of gift cards for Barnes & Noble, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'll get a couple more for like Christmas. I'm trying to hold out so I can go all at once, just in case. So maybe I'll be able to get them now. Another question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? One? God, I don't know. Alright, so one book that I really want to read by the end of the year is, oh, I already said it, A Christmas Carol. That's my tradition, is to read that by the end of the year. But I'm also trying to get in a couple more audiobooks, because that's really helpful for me to like multitask while I'm like doing stuff. And currently I'm listening to 2 different audiobooks. I'm still listening to The Hobbit. Actually, that's a good autumnal one too. I think it feels like autumn. Very cozy and stuff. So I'm still listening to that, and then I'm also listening, I just started an audiobook of The Island of Dr. Moreau. I've been like a little bit fascinated with it, because I know there's a couple of books that came out not too long ago that had to do with like, it was like a different take on the Island of Dr. Moreau. Also, my husband's been binging One Piece, the anime, and I haven't been like watching every single episode, but I've been watching some here and there, and just been tuning in here and there with it. There was an arc where they were on this creepy island, and I think it was based on the Island of Dr. Moreau, just because of how the setup was of like zombies and like half animal, half people, half like creature thing stuff, involved crazy doctors and stuff like that. So I think it was supposed to be based off of that, and that just got me more interested, and I was like, okay, you know what, let's do it. So far it's okay. I'm not a huge H.G. Wells person, although the only other thing I've read of his was The Time Machine, and I don't like that one. It's actually the only time travel thing ever that I don't like, and that is mostly because, I forget what they're called, but the Morlocks or something, the little ape guys, Yo, I don't like those guys, and that Wishbone episode legit scared the ever-loving shit out of me. So no, I don't fuck with that book. So, jury is out on how I feel about H.G. Wells right now, but, the book's okay. It's alright. So yeah, really want to finish those audiobooks, and I also desperately need to finish reading The Count of Monte Cristo by the end of the year because I need to do a video. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I can finish that one. Is there a book you think that could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Well, I am still reading Trials of Apollo. I don't mind it so far. Apollo is he's a lot, and frankly, he's kind of insufferable. However, I, he's got this kind of attitude that he's so special and stuff like that, but normally that would have me, like, just not very impressed with the book, but Gregory Orton's really good at writing insufferable characters and not making you, like, totally hate them. And also, his vibe is just, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of a character from a Brit column that I really like, Keeping Up Appearances. He reminds me of Hyacinth Bouquet a little bit, and I don't like her, but I still, I'm very entertained by her. So I guess that's kind of how I feel about him right now. I really don't like him, but he's still entertaining. So, I mean, like I said, I'm reading Hidden Oracle, and I think I can get that one done, and I'm hoping I can also get to Dark Prophecy by the end of the year, maybe one of the other books. So those could always shock me. Like, right now, they're enjoyable reads, and I'm liking them, and they might end up on my best reads list of the year. I don't know. But I don't think, unless something crazy happens, I don't think any of them are going to be, like, the top book of the year. I think I already know what my top book of the year is, but, I mean, I'm also listening to the audiobook of The Hobbit, and I really like it, which for me is shocking because I've DNF'd this book and The Lord of the Rings multiple times. So I just kind of figured I was not a Tolkien girl, but I'm liking this audiobook, so that could always shock me and be like my top book of the year, which would indeed be very shocking to go from a book that I had accepted a couple of years ago that I would never ever read that series, and now I'm, like, really enjoying the audiobook, so I don't know, we'll see. Last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2024? Yeah, I have some reading plans for 2024. Like I said, I really want to finish my reading vlog for the Georgia Nicholson series. I have the top books. I think I have the list fully figured out, but I don't know, I might tweak it. And I have, like, top books for the next year that I really desperately need to get to. And other than that, I'm kind of working out how I'm doing TBRs next year. I think I'm going to change up how I do that because it just has not been working for me anymore. So I might do something a little bit different next year. I'm still figuring that out, but I'm planning on one of my either end of the year videos or beginning of the year videos. Maybe the video where I do, like, my stats and stuff like that. Maybe I'll also discuss my plans for the next year, or maybe I'll do a separate video on that. It depends on how long everything is. But yeah, we'll see. I do think I'm gonna do something though. And my reading plans other than that, just a lot of rereads. Honestly, I'm really, even though I have so many books to read, I'm really feeling the rereads. There's a lot of books I would like to revisit. There's also some more books that I need to revisit because I've got 3 more videos in my all-time favorite books series basically to do. So I'm working on one of them right now rereads, and then next year, early on, I'm hoping to do the other two. So I'm the next one to come out will be my favorite classics of all time, and then next year I'm hoping to do my favorite mysteries of all time, and my favorite literary fiction slash contemporary reads. And then I've got some other plans. Mostly I just really want to be more involved in with everybody else. Like, I was trying to be more social and involved in stuff this year, and I feel like I kind of did that, but maybe not as much as I was hoping to do, because I can't keep track of my shit. I really need to go back to using a planner, because I have zero handle on any of my shit anymore. Let me see, if anyone wants to do this tag, who could I tag? I'm gonna tag the Graz family over the GKBC. If you would like to do the end of the year book tag, if you've done it before and I have missed that, I am so sorry. Please ignore this. I'll think about who else I want to tag, and I'll put you down below. So yeah, so as far as the rest of this year goes, like I said, it's a mess in this place. I don't know if you can, I'm blocking my shame. I've got some shame mess over there, because like I said, I had to get into the very cramped craft closet and pull out, like, I have two massive totes right over in the corner here that you can't see. The top one is all of my miscellaneous crafting things. It's miscellaneous nonsense that I've used for previous projects. I also just bought some stuff today for projects that I'm working on this year, and the tote below it is all of my packaging things. So tissue paper of varying colors, gift boxes, ribbon. I'm working on several craft projects. This is one of them. I'm also knitting a scarf. I also have a couple of other projects that I'm working on. I have some Sculpey clay because I need that for stuff. I'm making, I usually do, I think I shared it last year, I usually make I glitter plastic ornament balls, and then I paint things on them, depending on whatever the person likes. So I've done like varying characters from like video games, Disney characters, book characters, cartoon characters. I've done like animals, and sometimes I do like, I'll do straight up like Santa stuff, snowmen, nativity stuff for the more religious family members. But yeah, that's the plan, is being a very busy Christmas elf who honestly internally feels like the Grinch shrieking at the top of his lungs. So I'm gonna be very busy. So I'm sorry if this like super rambly casual thing isn't gonna work for you guys, because this is probably what I'm gonna stick with doing this year. Like I said, just because everything's a nightmare in front of my usual filming space, so I think filming is going to be either with this background, maybe in front of that bookshelf, maybe in front of one of my other bookshelves. If I'm able, it's just going to be kind of like that for right now, just because that's what I have, unless I'm able to do any more rearranging over here, which I'm hoping to get to, because I did want to decorate the bookshelves again. Well, I've also been working on the basement more, I took a couple of clips downstairs earlier so I can show you. One piece is where my husband's like kind of office area will be. We've done a lot of progress on that. The ceiling's up and the walls are like spackled, and future library is stuffed to the gills with things that we had to move out of the way. What was nice is that there are a couple of shelves. I shared that in the clip. Those I thought originally I'd use to store like smaller boxes of crafts and things like that, but the more I think about it, those might be two shelves that I utilize in the library, because they actually look pretty nice in there right now. So we're very busy. This is all to say that, like I said, I don't know what videos are going to look like because it's going to be very casual. And I am doing things very casual and also multitasking to ensure that basically I can keep getting videos to you guys every week, rather than taking like a mini hiatus or whatever, because I want to ensure that I still am like doing stuff. I'm planning, so yeah, things will be a little more casual. This video is just whatever. I guess this is probably going to be the first one that goes up, and then the next video that is going to go up for next week. Let me look at my calendar, because I feel like that's the other thing too, guys. This has prompted this because I didn't realize that this coming week was Thanksgiving until somebody at work said something, because I guess we're doing like a potluck. And I was like, excuse me, what? It's what? The next video to go up is probably going to be either the other one I'm filming today, which is some like seasonal book recommendations. The other video I'm planning to do, which I'll probably do that tomorrow, I guess. So I have like nicer lighting. Will be my December TBR, which that feels insane that it's already time to be filming that. Doesn't feel okay. So yeah, so it'll be that, and then the rest of December will probably be, of course, my November reading wrap up, and then if I get tagged in anything else, that obviously, and then I'm thinking about a couple of other things. So I've done like a couple of more Christmassy book specific things before that, I don't know, it seemed like people weren't really interested in them, so I don't know if I'll do anything similar again, or whatever, but I might do, again, keeping with the casualness, I might do like some kind of December vlog thing, like reading, going around doing stuff, decorating, stuff like that. I might do something like that. So I got a couple of suggestions, because I wanted to do something, because after like 3 years of being on here, I hit 100 subscribers, which feels very lovely. I'm actually over that now, which feels great and also extremely surreal, especially seeing views on videos lately. I'm actually quite shocked that people are willing to listen to me fucking rant. So that's pretty cool. So I had asked like, hey, what did people want to see? And I did get a couple of suggestions about videos to do. A couple of them are a little more involved, so I do want to do all of them, but they require me to actually like plan out notes and stuff like that. So I have my note/script for one of them partially written. I'm still working on that currently. And I'm probably going to continue working on that this weekend. But I haven't forgotten. It's just taking me a little bit to do it. So there was one about manga recommendations for newbies, like where to start, and that's the one that I'm currently working on, that I'd really like to get out for you guys. It will not be by the end of this month, but I'm hoping to get it up in December. And then I had a couple other recommendations, a couple of other suggestions as well that I'm also working on. Those will, if I can't get them up in December, they will be up in hopefully January. But yeah, it just depends on how much time I can squeeze in here and there without going crazy. But that is to say, if anyone else has any more suggestions, hey, say something down below if there's like some video that you would like to see, or whatever at some point, let me know. I do still have a fall vlog. Actually, I do still have a summer vlog that I never finished fucking editing. Which, man, I do want to put that out, but God, it feels weird to do it now. But I do have a mini-ish fall vlog that I would like to get up at some point, so that might also go up at some point, either if I have the time to do it. I don't know, it might be a bonus video over the next couple of weeks, or it might be into December. That's pretty much it for the end of this year, is like just kind of casual and just trying to get some you know, seasonal-ish videos done, wrapping up the end of this year. And of course into January I'll have my usual madness in January, and also sometimes into February. Just my wrap-up videos, basically. All of my, you know, my end of the year reading, my stats, and all of that, which is usually in one video. The best reads of the year, worst reads of the year. I don't think I'm gonna be doing an anticipated reads of the year list again, because I do it and then I just don't manage to read any of those books, so it just feels weird to do it. I just might as well just keep it to myself, because I'm not gonna get around to it until like probably 5 years later, so why? Yeah, it'll probably be those things. I might do another video of books that I need to get, like my TBR for the year, which is all my unread books, but there's gonna be a lot of the same books on it. I don't know if I'll do that either. That depends on how I feel about it when I look at everything I still have unread at the end of the year. And all of that jazz. I do want to do like another like full bookshelf tour for you guys at some point, but I actually don't think I'm gonna do that at the beginning of the year. I think I'm going to wait until the library is done downstairs and I have things in it, and that's gonna be one of the videos that I'll do. I think I'll do like an overview video, or maybe I'm thinking about making, because I've taken like little clips and photos and stuff like that, I'm thinking about making a video about the whole process and stuff, and then like an overview of it when it's done. And then I also want to do, I think, an actual like full bookshelf tour video that you all can see, like every book in their new home, kind of a deal, which I think will be fun. But that is, I don't know, we've made good progress, but I was hoping that would be at the like January thing. It is not going to be a January thing. I think we're leaning more towards like spring Anyway, I'm so sorry that this has been very rambly. It also probably looks like I have not done very much work, but I've been touching up. You can't really see it too much, but I've been kind of touching up black on the porch, so yeah, sorry this video is probably very rambly and everything, but I just wanted to, yeah, kill two birds with one stone, do some multitasking, do a tag, and kind of update you guys on how videos are going to be. They're probably going to be a little bit messy and kind of more casual. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know how you deal with the holiday stress, because I'm already feeling it heavy times, man. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, a great week, a great wherever you're at. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for always watching. If you're new here and would like to subscribe, please consider doing so. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.